And so I pose this question. Take the phrase, practice makes ellipsis, and finish it your own way. What role has practice played, and does it continue to play for you? Posing this question to athletes, entrepreneurs, educators, musicians. What you see here is a collection of responses from people who were generous enough to make time out of their life to share some of the secrets to their success, and also just to share what they believe is just a positive mindset. And you like videos like these, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hope this gives some food for thought.
Practice makes progress. I tell all my students that any progress is good progress, no matter how small. Just taking the time to take those steps forward and improve as a musician is ultimately what is most important. Working towards that goal of just becoming even just a little bit better, and then eventually you'll look back and realize how far you came.
I know I was asked about the saying practice makes perfect. I think practice actually makes confidence. It creates confidence because when you go into a playing situation, you never know how well you're going to be able to hear yourself, hear the other members of the band. But if you practice and you've mastered the songs and your parts, then you're ready for any situation that may arise during a show or performance. So if you have that confidence and you know your parts and your muscle memory and you've got everything down, you don't have to worry about cues from other band members or what something may sound like, because if you're practicing at home with headphones listening to like the studio version of a song, you're never going to hear it that well playing live. So practice creates confidence and you're ready for any situation when you go out on a stage with other musicians. So keep practicing.
Practice is so important because that's where you make your mistakes. That's where you find where your deficiencies are, you correct them, you improve on them, and then you apply them when you're in an actual competition, when you're in an actual game. That is why practice is so absolutely vital.
Practice makes consistency. So the more you do something, the better you get at it. It's that simple. That's anything in life, right? But what's going to make you great and make you stand out above the rest would be passion. You could show up and just go through the motions and get better at something. The way you become great at something is showing up and giving 100% of yourself every time. So in the gym setting, I always say, be the hardest worker in the room. If you're the hardest worker in the room, you're giving everything you got. And that's what makes a champion, and that's what makes you excel in your area of expertise. Showing up with passion and 100% will make you great.
Practice makes me sane. Don't always want to practice, but I know that if I do, afterwards, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel good mentally, and I'm going to feel inspired. So on those days where you just don't feel like practicing, sometimes those are the most important. It's almost like a meditation for me, but the rewards never fail to produce. A feeling of self-confidence, a feeling that you just accomplished something, whether it's sitting and trying to just master a simple riff and be able to play it fluently, and maybe watch your progress on a metronome. That could be a good thing, or maybe just figuring out a song. Whatever it is, I think for me, practice makes me sane. So get out there and practice. It's good for you, like your vitamins.
So I'll say that practice makes you better at whatever you're trying to accomplish. Whether that be sports or music, whatever it is, the repetitive nature of doing something over and over and over again just makes everything second nature. So, in the bands I'm playing in right now, I'm also having to do background vocals, which I'm not used to doing as much. So I play drums, and to sing and play drums definitely takes some muscle memory to know when to hit something at one specific point and say a line at another point. And the thing that makes that easier is the repetitive nature of practice. So something I wish I did a lot more when I was younger, but as you grow older, you learn that practice makes perfect, right?
Practice makes perfect. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice makes progress. No one is perfect. Practice makes permanent. Could alliteration be the key to musical success? I don't think so. All we can say without debate is that practice makes better. Practice is the best of all instructors. If you want to become a musician, you must practice. Practice at the speed of no mistakes. You've got to learn your instrument. Then you practice, practice, practice. And then when you finally get up there on the bandstand, forget all that and just wail.
Practice makes better. Practice never makes perfect. You'll never be perfect at anything, and that's okay. But practice makes better. If you practice every day at anything, you're going to be better than you were the day before. Learn about yourself when you're best in a frame of mind to be open-minded and learning new things. Try not to get frustrated or upset with yourself about where you are in the journey. People will stumble upon many things in their life, but being a master at something is never anything anyone's ever stumbled upon. Your only goal is to be better than you were the day before. And so if you stack days upon days of practice, you'll be so much further along than almost everybody else, because everybody else quits. Do not quit. Keep up, keep on, and keep going. Good luck, and I hope this helps.
Practicing makes one truly understand the effort, work, dedication, and passion it takes to refine and master one's craft. Practice definitely makes permanent. That is most certainly my go-to line when it comes to practicing. Ironically, though, practicing makes someone feel good about what they are doing more times than not when practicing incorrectly. Meaning, you are practicing what you already do well. Taking the time to practice something that is difficult for you or that you are struggling with can be very humbling and frustrating. So, while practicing does make permanent, you shouldn't spend your time reinforcing what has already been made permanent. Rather, you should be practicing that which can be made permanent in a more successful manner.
Practice makes betterment. You're not going to get perfection right away. As long as you're putting in the effort, the work, the discipline, that's what makes it happen. Get on a routine, a schedule, and then make it fun for yourself. Don't make it a job. Whenever I do my work, I'm outside of nature. When I'm creating art, I make sure there's inspiration around me. Music is a huge inspiration in my life. Wildlife, this scene right behind me brings me all the love and fulfillment, and as far as a creative spirit can need. And before you practice, get yourself in a mindset. Get yourself in a way that says, my spirit is in the right place, the energy's in the right place, then you're ready to do what you need to do. When you're on the grind, you don't feel like doing it, you're tired, just keep on going. There's days where the weather's not great, but guess what? You have to get out there no matter what. It's doing the work when no one wants to do it. It's getting out there and pushing forward when the tides are against you. When no one else wants to go further than the break, you go past it, and then you ride that wave in. And none of those waves and none of those rides are ever the same again. So whether you're creating, whether you're making music, writing, dancing, singing, speaking, any tool you use, whether it's a paintbrush, a musical instrument, you're expressing your spiritual self. The world needs to hear it. The world needs to see it. Don't give up. All right. Enjoy this life. Enjoy the waves. Ride them. Have some